Welcome to Evolve-Caledon. We're operated through Caledon Community Services, and the purpose of our store is to raise funds and support community programs that are operated by CCS. I'd like to show you around. The store just recently merged in September, and we're currently working on bringing merchandise over, and we've set up the area here by cash. For some of our more special items that would typically be people seeking out, they know to come up here and take a look here first often. So you'll see a real variety of things up here, jewelry and accessories, games, things like that. And we continue to add to that. We have over here, again, some more of our trendy items, sometimes new items that we promote because we often do get new clothing, new merchandise. When customers come in, sometimes they're not sure if we have an opportunity to try things on. We have 4 gorgeous change rooms with locking doors for their privacy, where they can try on their clothes. And in this area, we typically carry our shoes, purses, accessories, all through this area. Over on this wall, where we're continually adding, is where we would have artwork that comes over. We rely a lot on specific volunteers who help us get these priced and get them over here so that we have lots available. We actually, it's quite interesting because we do actually sell a lot of these pictures just for the frame. People sometimes come in, it's not the art they want, it's the frames. It's a really inexpensive option if you're just looking for frame. And down this way, on the left-hand side right now, is anything sort of Christmas decor people are looking for. It's basically flying off the shelves. Because this is a Tuesday and we don't open on Mondays, there's merchandise here ready for staff to stock shelves when they come in today. So that's what you're looking at here. And through here we have luggage, we've got household goods, crystal, glass. And you'll see throughout, there's a number of items that are brand new in boxes. That's often what happens around here. Down here, again, more of the household goods. And this leads us to the back area where we carry our books, very popular. We're still not quite keeping up with the books. We're working so hard to get them here. And we do want to add some more shelves as time goes. And again, there's more merchandise here ready to be set up this morning before the customers get here. We have DVDs, toys over here, and we recently added this graphic up here because the space in the back is where we used to sort our clothing before we merged. So this is so that our customers can see that there is a space back here that they can also shop. And for the most part, back here is furniture and electronics. Oh, I see the light's not on in here yet. So again, this is something that we work hard to move things over as time goes through the day. Make sure that merchandise is coming over several times a day. We have bikes over here, which used to have to be out on our front lawn at the other location, but now we can keep them nice and dry in here. And then back here, this is our secret area. This is where we bring the merchandise through these doors. It gets offloaded here, and then it gets brought through to the various areas. And with some fantastic funding that we received from the Ontario Trillium Foundation, we actually purchased a trailer that's outside right now attached to our van that helps us get everything over here that we need. So it's been great learning curve, learning how to drive the trailer, but working really well. Evolve is a retail operation operated by Caledon Community Services. The purpose has evolved over the years. It's to raise funds and support in the community. We often have the things that we sell here in the store support different programs operated by CCS, but also we're here if clients require assistance with clothing, household goods, things like that. Once we identify them, we're able to help them. So it's kind of a multi-purpose operation. Way back, there was a clothing store that opened up in the bottom of a barber shop back in the 80s that started with volunteers and over time grew. And then back in the 90s, they opened up the location that's at the Region Appeal Recycling Center that had household goods. So the two stores were always sort of separate entities through the years. And then over 5 years ago, we moved the clothing store to this location, rebranded both of our stores, and it kind of went from there. And then this past September, we actually merged our two donation centers and our two stores. So now the location that we're in now is the store for everything, clothing, household goods, everything that you could find. We have staff, minimal staff pretty much, and rely heavily on our volunteer resources. So we have seniors, we have people who are retired, we have youth coming in to do their 40 hours for school. It's a whole mix, and depending on what our need is at the moment, the person from our volunteer department will be looking and recruiting for those particular needs to help us out, and we would not be able to do what we do without them, that's for sure. Pretty much everything. Everything sort of for the household, everything for clothing. We're still working on the processes to get merchandise over here as quickly as we can to make sure the shelves are full. I always recommend, if you're really into thrifting, come early in the day. That's when more stuff is out. People usually line up at the door ready to get in to find the fresh inventory that has come out that morning or the night before. So pretty much anything. We also have antiques and collectibles here. We used to have live auctions that had to stop during the pandemic and all of that time that we were closed, but we are working right now on getting some event auctions happening, online auctions happening, and we're actually getting very close to launching an e-commerce site as well in the new year. I think a place like this is really important for the community because when there's an opportunity for people to come together, they can come here. A lot of our customers come not just for the shopping, they come sort of for the camaraderie. They come to see, okay, just kind of check in with each other. You'll often see little groups sort of gathered in different areas having chats. So for that, from the customer perspective, that's what we offer. From the staff and volunteer perspective, again, it's an opportunity for people to come together, support each other, get to know each other. We host also large corporate groups that come in, and it gives them opportunities for team building. So there's just so many facets to operating. And then the biggest thing is helping the community from the standpoint of the programs that we support and the goods that people might be able to take home with them if they're struggling at home with clothing and household goods. So it's a little bit of everything. I think what's interesting about here is there is a perception that we're providing things for people. It must be have to be cheap. It has to be whatever, and that the only people that are coming in here are in need. When it's actually the complete opposite. It's a real mix, and I think, like for us, we do what we can when we see that there is somebody in need. If we think that maybe they could use some help from CCS and they're unaware of what CCS offers, that's our opportunity to share about that, to make sure that they get what they need from CCS. We have so many services, and some of it is very untapped or unknown about, so that's our opportunity to share that information if we feel. And also the same when we have customers who are well-to-do, and they'll say, maybe talking about what do you do in that, we try to make sure that we let them know that their purchases when they come in here are helping all of these various programs through CCS, so imparting that knowledge, I guess, to various community members. Well, I think overall there's still a lot of people who don't even know about CCS and what we offer. The challenge that we have, and have always had too, is that the road that we're on can, not bring people around the corner after typical operating hours. So just getting people to know that we're actually here. There's still people right in Bolton who don't know we're here and often stumble upon us completely by fluke, as you had mentioned to me as well. That they just happen to go down this road and then they ask themselves, what am I looking at? What is this place? And then they kind of go. We know that once they've come in once, they're going to come back. That's pretty typical for most people that come. I'm really happy with what I got here today, or I'm looking forward to seeing what you have the next time. And that's what we're looking for, is that turnaround of people who don't know about us. So I think it's a multitude of reasons why they may not know that we're here, but we're working really hard on that with our marketing team to get that out there and get a little bit more proactive about that. We do see more younger shoppers than we did before, and there is, for most part now, the stigma that used to be attached to thrift shopping seems to have dissipated. I know even in the time that I've been with the stores that has changed immensely, is people's attitude about what thrift actually is. And it has definitely changed people's thinking. And now there's also a lot of people out there putting videos out and kind of teaching people about thrift, and I think that's getting people excited about, oh, I didn't think about doing that with this. And we're working on some things like that. And we just have a first video that just went out in relation to redoing furniture and that type of thing. So those are the avenues that we're exploring. For Evolve, go to evolvecaledon.com. We've actually just moved over and are updating our website right now. It is up and running, and we're adding content to it all the time. We actually have TikTok now. We're on Facebook and Instagram, so they can find us through all of those avenues. And Caledon Community Services is ccsforyou.org, and everything that we do is on that website.